Hey Astros fans, welcome to today's edition of Extra Innings, the Astros Fans UK next day recap on Astros ball games. Game 134, Astros 4, Rockies 3. Let's get straight into the main talking points from a gritty, scrappy win in the series decider with 3 up, 3 down. 3 up, leading off Christian Walker. It was a huge and game-winning day for the Bomb Walker as he bookended this ball game with critical blasts. The first of his 2 homers came in the first inning as Walker doubled our early lead to 2-0 on a slicing shot the other way to right field that just barely made it over the wall, while the second home run was a massively important 404-foot blow hammered over left centre field in the bottom of the 8th. On a day where our offense had largely shriveled after a strong start, this was a really clutch moment from Walker when we needed it. He's hitting his stride and it couldn't be coming at a better time. Up second, Bryan Abreu, and Mr. Relampico continued his marvellous season with another dominant save in the 9th inning here. He gave up a base hit with 1 out, but if the Rockies started getting any ideas, Abreu quickly set fire to those plans as his deadly mix of fastballs and wicked sliders set the seal on the series win. Up third, Jose Altuve. The little boss did what he always does and predictably bounced back after a day off following a poor game with a first inning homer. The ball just about made it into the Crawford boxes on a line drive to put us into the lead, but they absolutely all count. Let's break the rules. Up fourth, Jason Alexander. It was a shame that he lost his way a little towards the end of his latest outing as Alexander began it with 5 strikeouts inside the first 6 outs, with his changeup causing all manner of issues for the Rockies hitters. Ending with 5.2 innings pitched, giving out 3 runs on 7 hits, Alexander should hopefully be able to use the tougher parts of this display as a positive learning experience. Up fifth, Cesar Salazar. With Yana Diaz and Victor Caratini both missing through injury and concussion respectively, Salazar performed admirably as our stand-in once again. There was a throw to second to try and gun down a runner which got away into the outfield, arguably not entirely on Salazar, plus a problematic catcher's interference moment in the 7th, but he actually did his job in the game with the bat, picking up 2 hits and a walk. The first of those hits a clever and well-executed RBI bunt that scored a run and put us up 3-0 in the second. Up 6th, Caleb Ort. With our offense having cooled, our 3-0 lead having disappeared, and our bullpen wobbling, Ort took total charge of a 2-on, 1-out scenario to strike out 2 batters, the second of which was arguably the pivotal moment of the game, as he shook off that catcher's interference moment to strand the bases loaded in the 7th and keep the game tied. Where was his confidence and attitude when Ort walked in the winning run last week? This was much better. Up 7th, Brian King. The King of Kings pitched a crucial scoreless 8th at just the cost of a walk as he moves further back to that high leverage setup role he so successfully occupied for the first half of the season. 3 down. First out, the offense. We made horribly heavy weather of trying to solve the Rockies' pitching at times in this series, and it was no different here, with our bats shutting down almost completely after the first couple of innings. More patience at the plate needed again. Second out, Stephen Oka. Is the life of a reliever, but Oka was all over the place in this one, giving up 2 walks in the 7th inning that could have been highly costly. Thankfully, they weren't. Let's park the negatives there. A couple of extra points to finish on. Victory overall. A pretty ugly win, but at this stage of the season, that's nothing to complain about. And home happiness. Important to get back to winning ways at home in this series, as we're going to need a lot more of that in these final few weeks. With the win, we improved to 74-60, and our lead increases back to 2 games ahead atop the AL West. Up next, a critical 4-game series at home versus the Los Angeles Angels. As big as this game was, the next one is surely bigger. That's it for today's Extra Innings, the next day recap. Let me know your takes on the victory and the series win in the comments. Make sure you're following at AstrosFansUK on all platforms, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next edition of Extra Innings. Go Stros!